and welcome to Knitting with a G. My name is Gina, and I'm going to be doing a series of instructional videos about how to knit. This is for the very beginner who has no experience of knitting whatsoever. I've never done a video blog before, so I'm a little nervous about it. I probably wouldn't have started one if I didn't have to for school, and I plan to be really embarrassed about it one day. But I'm a little excited, and I hope to learn something as I teach you something. I'm not going to show you anything major today. I just wanted to show you how to properly prepare yourself for this yarn weaving war that we are about to wage together. I personally recommend starting with thin yarn like this. I think that this brand is called Red Heart, but there are a lot of others, and they are the cheapest yarns to buy, the thin ones, so that's a good deal. I really like Lion's brand and the wool yarns and homespun, but when you're just starting and you're not used to maneuvering the needles, thick yarns can be kind of difficult just because they're easier to fray. So thin yarn is the way to go. I know it's not the most beautiful, so if you are really upset about that, think it's tragic. Soft yarn or fuzzy yarn is pretty easy to use too because it's slippery. I don't know if you can tell with my super grainy camera that that's fuzzy, but it is. You know, I don't actually know that this is the project I should have started by showing you, because you may start to doubt my knitting capabilities. However, in my defense, it was 9th grade. I wore tube socks with shorts and watched a lot of Dawson's Creek, so it wasn't really a high point in good judgment for me. You'll also need needles. I personally prefer metal needles just because I think that knitting should click, and I hear that from a lot of other people too, so they just make this really nice noise when you're knitting. However, perhaps you want to knit in a library. Well, don't worry, because there are plastic needles that make less noise. I don't actually like plastic needles, first of all because they don't make the noise, and also because maybe I'm just an intense knitter who's really hard on my needles, but they seem a little more flimsy. Like this one wore down over time and eventually broke off altogether. Also, I don't really feel like people take me seriously as a knitter when I walk in with plastic needles. It's like showing up to a job interview in shorts. There are just better ways. There are also wooden needles. I've never actually used them before, but I know a lot of ladies that I respect who use them, mostly older ones, so maybe it's just something you have to graduate to? I don't know, but I think they're fine from a distance. When I was little, I thought that if I knitted too fast with wooden needles, my project might go up in flames. Again, not really a high point in good judgment for me. Next week, I will be talking to you about casting on and starting the basic blanket scarf project because those are the easiest. And I will probably show you how to decipher a few terms in a knitting pattern just because I know that was really hard for me to figure out. And if I have time, I'll show you how to do the basic stockinette stitch, which is just the basic knit stitch. The next video will be about purling, and I'll explain to you in very scientific terms what a purl actually does and how to finish a project. I'll show you how to do that. I'll do a video at some point about correcting mistakes should you make them. I will do a video about knitting on a loom to make hats and scarves and things. And I may or may not do a video about socks. It's a mystery. You'll have to see. So, thank you for watching. I hope that we can form a relationship together over these next few weeks. That as we knit together, our hearts will be knitted together as well. So, I appreciate your time. It really helps me when you watch. It helps me when you comment. So I hope you'll watch me next week. And good night. Or good day, if that's what time it is for you. Bye.